Now let's look at counter-terrorism efforts in Kashmir. India is responding not with guns or bullets, but with explosives and bulldozers. The target? Houses of terror suspects. At least 9 buildings have been destroyed. The message is clear. Terrorism will have consequences. Basically, if you create nests for terrorists, you lose the roof over your head. But is this the right approach? And are there other options that India can leverage? Let's discuss that. This operation began on the 25th of April. That's when the first house of a terror suspect was demolished. Since then, at least 8 other houses have also been destroyed. And this has happened across Kashmir, in small towns like Shopian, Pulwama, Anantnag, Tral and Kupwara. Security forces are using controlled charges to bring down these houses. In places where neighboring houses are too close to the blast radius, bulldozers have been used to bring down the structures. Officials say these are targeted strikes, these are not random actions. Some of these houses were launch pads for terrorists, others were safe houses to store weapons or hideouts where the attacks were planned. And look at who these houses belong to. 3 names clearly stand out: Ehsanul Haq Sheikh, Adil Ahmed Thokar and Shahid Ahmed. Officials say these are operatives of the Pakistan-based terror group Lashkar-e-Toiba. They were said to be involved in the Pahalgam attack. Now their homes have been destroyed. Who are the others? Overground workers, or OGWs, basically people who played a role in the terror attack. An overground worker is someone who helps terrorists by giving cash or shelter or information and logistical support. At least 15 overground workers have been identified. Officials say they helped the attackers with surveillance and exit routes. So the house demolitions have targeted terrorists and overground workers. The logic is quite simple. Hit them where it hurts. Disrupt their safe havens, deter their families from aiding them, and show zero tolerance. This achieves 2 things. First, it disrupts the logistical support system of terrorists. Second, it delivers a psychological blow. I'll tell you what I mean. Demolitions are a low-cost, high-visibility tactic. It takes years to build a home. But taking the path of terrorism means that it could be gone in seconds. It's a bold strategy with severe effects. Families have to bear the cost of terrorism. It often pits them against each other. Families of the terrorists involved in the Pahalgam attack are urging the attackers to surrender. And this is not a new tactic. You may remember the Pulwama attack in 2019. A suicide bomber rammed into a military convoy. He killed at least 40 soldiers. After the attacker was identified, his home was also demolished by security forces. This is a tactic that has been used for years, only this time the scale is massive. But there's also a flip side. The houses belong to families, not just terrorists. In fact, many of the terrorists have not visited their homes in years. In many cases, terrorists barge into these houses at gunpoint. Local families say they have no choice but to give shelter. And then there's the legal question. The demolitions happen without trials or convictions. And yet, this strategy is commonly used across the world. Israel has demolished the houses of Palestinian militants for decades, and they've had mixed results. In some cases, they have prevented future attacks. In others, they have only fueled resentment. So will this work in Kashmir? Well, it depends on 2 things: precision and legitimacy. Until now, the demolitions have been controlled. No collateral damage has been reported. All the 9 houses have been brought down without impacting neighboring buildings, and India has acted on solid evidence against the terror suspects. Jammu and Kashmir's Chief Minister Omar Abdullah has backed the approach. For now, India must focus on 2 things: decisive action against terrorists and assuring local Kashmiris that they are not the target. This demolition drive is a signal. Terrorism will be met with an iron fist.
Greeting you with aloha and namaste.
No, I love India.
Presence, occupation of a territory by another country pertains to India, what we saw in Kashmir.
How do you see Trump's America?
Yes, the current administration behaves differently from the previous administration.
Are you saying that there are foreign powers who are trying to bring down the current government in Syria?
Exactly.
Iran, maybe Russia too. Prime Minister Modi committed to South-South, cooperation.
Not over 50%.
Is Ukraine prepared to pay the price for that peace?
No compromises at the cost of territorial integrity and sovereignty.